How you doing, guys? It's December 31st, 2025, last day of the year. We're here, 6:30 in the morning. It's 40 degrees outside. And today I'm gonna run my first half marathon. We're gonna do 15 miles from my house, from Boca, all the way to Boynton Beach. It's the last challenge I'm gonna do this year. It's been a beautiful year. For me, the best way to finish 2025 is like this: becoming a better version of myself, doing something I've never done before, showing that anything is possible, and getting ready for another year, another wonderful year, full of blessings, full of success, and that's gonna be 2026. So basically, in the video, you're gonna see me running, but every once in a while, I'm gonna give a powerful lesson for life, something motivational, something inspirational, like I usually do. So yeah, it's 15 miles. So most likely every mile I'm gonna say something, something positive, something that makes you get closer to God, make you a better version of yourself, because my intention here is to inspire you to be better, okay? Because 2025 for me was a great year. I don't know if it's the same for you, but I hope 2026 is a better year for both of us, you know what I mean? So my intention, my purpose is to make you better by showing that if you set your mind to something and you give your best, you put God first, then you got it, you're gonna make it. Anything is possible, trust me, anything. So I'm gonna stretch, I'm gonna warm up, and then we're gonna start. You're gonna see the map right here. So from my house to Whole Foods, all the way in Boynton Beach, that's 15 miles, and officially my first half marathon. Well, I'm ready, and let's make this happen. Let's go. We're down to the first half a mile, but I wanted to say something, and I wanted to say that it's really cold. I can barely feel my hands. It's crazy, but I love it though. I really like it because it makes it even more challenging. It makes it even harder, and I love that. The harder it gets is the better for you. So now it's a half marathon when it's 40 degrees outside. I love it. So first half a mile, I just wanted to say that there's no excuses. When you want to do something, you do it. Even if it's cold, hot, raining, whatever, you keep going. So now it's cold, but we keep running. Let's go. We're down to the first mile. There's 14 more to go. And the lesson I want to give you guys is that today is the only thing you have. The only thing you have, all right? Yesterday is gone. Tomorrow, you don't even know. So stop worrying about tomorrow. Stop thinking about what's gonna happen tomorrow, because only God knows. Maybe you don't even wake up tomorrow. And I'm being like that serious. We don't know if we're gonna wake up tomorrow. If we don't know that, and we know that we cannot go back to the past, then the only thing we have is today, is the present. That's why it's called present, it's a gift. So let's enjoy today. Let's make the best out of today. Let's do what we have to do today and stop thinking about tomorrow. Okay? Let's go. We're down to the second mile. 13 more to go. And the lesson I want to give you guys is don't get confused about holidays, all right? Because people during holidays, they go like, it's fine, I'm not gonna work out, it's holidays. It's fine, I'm not gonna eat healthy because it's holidays. It's their excuse. What they don't know is that even when it's not holidays, they don't eat healthy, they don't work out. So it's just an excuse to keep doing what they're doing. Because people, they usually say, I'ma do it later. I'ma eat healthy later. I'ma work out later. Right now, I don't feel like it. I'ma do it later. It's always later, later, later. And what they don't know is that time keeps going. Life keeps going. You're not the same when you're 10 than when you're 17. You're not gonna be the same when you're 25 or 35 or 50. So the decisions you make today are gonna determine your future. It doesn't matter if there's holidays. It doesn't matter if it's your birthday, if it's the last day of the year. It's always a good time to put in the work, to eat healthy, to have good thoughts, to help others, to do your best, to make the best out of every single day. Because today is the only thing you have. 3 miles completed, 12 more to go. And listen, the lesson is super quick, super simple. As you know, it's 7 a.m. in the morning. It's freezing cold outside. I can barely move my hands. But I'm here, last day of the year, putting in the work. So if you're watching this, you're most likely comfortable in your house, in your car, chilling. So for me, do something. All right, get up and do something. Do some push-ups, do some pull-ups, do some squats, go to the gym, go for a run, go for a walk, but do something, all right? If you don't want to do it for yourself, do it for me, that I'm here freezing cold, recording this video for you. So do something, all right? Get up, put in the work. Let's go. 4 miles completed, 11 more to go. And the lesson is enjoy the pain. When it hurts, it means that you're getting better. The Marines say that pain is weakness leaving the body. So embrace the pain, thrive through the pain, enjoy the pain, okay? The good things are always built out of trials, out of effort, out of pain. Okay, so when it hurts, it means that you're doing the things in the right way. When it hurts, it means that you're putting in the work, putting in the effort. Look for uncomfortable situations, uncomfortable things that you don't feel like doing, but you still do. And then you're gonna start getting comfortable in the uncomfortable. And that's the secret. That's the secret for getting better and being able to enjoy your own pain. 5 miles down, 10 more to go. And the lesson is be quiet. Yeah, be quiet. You gotta be able to feel comfortable with yourself in silence. No phones, no music, no nothing, no TV, nothing. Just you and yourself in silence, in complete silence, because only then you're gonna be able to see what is happening through your mind, all your thoughts, your feelings, your questions about life, about yourself. And that's how you start knowing yourself better. And when you do that, trust me, you're gonna be able to achieve success in all areas of life. 6 miles down, 9 more to go. And the lesson is get crazy. Okay, people call other people crazy because they want you to be normal. They want everyone to be the same, to be normal. They don't want anybody to stand out. That's why people who do crazy stuff, which is just things that other people wouldn't do or are not able to do, they call them crazy. So get crazy. Run a half marathon. Do crazy stuff. Challenge yourself. Be different. Think different. Act different. Okay? Get crazy. Doesn't matter what people say. They say it because they're not doing it. They're not waking up early. They're not putting in the work. Yes, you're doing it. And if you do it, doesn't matter if they call you crazy. It doesn't matter. Because you're doing what no one else is doing. So get crazy with me. Let's go. 7 miles completed. 8 more to go. And the lesson is something I've already mentioned in other videos, but I think it's a very important lesson to repeat. Okay, so the lesson is from Kobe Bryant: don't rest in the middle, rest at the end. So even if you feel tired, which I don't, but I'm saying, even if you feel like you cannot go more, don't rest in the middle, rest at the end, when the job is done. And for now, the job is not done, so you gotta keep going. Let's go. 8 miles down, 7 more to go. And the lesson is something I always tell my students, and it's breathe. I know we all breathe, because if you don't breathe, you die. That's what it is. But breathing consciously, with intention, with purpose, is something we often forget. We don't do it, but it's super important. I learned this in jiu-jitsu. My jiu-jitsu coaches will always say, breathe. We gotta breathe in a conscious way, with intention, because our breathing is what connects our mind, our thoughts, with our actions. So we gotta be conscious of our breathing, and you're gonna see how your life changes, because it gives you the ability to see things from another perspective, because you're consciously breathing, connecting your mind, your body, and your soul. Okay, let's go. 9 miles completed, 6 more to go. And the lesson is to stay focused. Stay focused, stay grounded. Okay? It doesn't matter what's going on outside in the external things. You gotta stay focused on yourself, on God, on becoming a better version of yourself, on improving, on getting better, on putting in the work. Stay focused, stay grounded, stay locked in, and you're gonna see how things keep improving in your life, how things change in your life, because you don't worry about the external. You just worry about your goals, yourself, what you have to do. And that is the power of staying focused. Let's go. 10 miles completed, only 5 more to go. And the lesson is, do not compare yourself to others. You're special. There's no one like you. Okay? So there's no need to compare yourself to others. Let others live their life. Let them be. You gotta be only focused on yourself. Okay? You gotta compare yourself to what you were in the past and how you can get better in the future. But do not compare yourself to others. What I like to think is that when my mind wants to compare me to someone else, I go like, if I'm comparing myself to this person, I gotta compare myself to the rest of the world. And that's a lot. That's a lot of work, unnecessary work. So I just go like, okay, I'm not gonna compare myself to anybody. I'm just gonna be myself, and I'm gonna give everything I have to become a better version of myself. 11 miles completed, 4 more to go. And the lesson is something I've started applying in my life recently, and it's basically to pray about everything. Pray about everything. Before I do anything in life, I pray about it. If it gives me peace, I do it. If it doesn't, that's it. No go. Why? Because I feel like if I believe in God, if I put God first, and if I want to rely on God on the big things of my life, my dreams, my goals, the big stuff, well, I gotta rely on Him in the small things, in the daily stuff. So I feel like He says, do not rely on your own understanding. So He says, put God first in everything you do. So I think, at least that's my perspective, my opinion, my philosophy. That's what I'm doing in my life, in every aspect. It doesn't matter if it's something normal or something that, I can just do it without asking. No, I pray before doing anything. Pray about everything. It's gonna change your life completely for the better. Let's go. 12 miles completed. Only 3 more to go. Let's go. And the lesson is keep moving forward. It doesn't matter how hard it gets, how tough it gets, keep moving forward. If you cannot fly, then run. If you cannot run, then walk. If you cannot walk, then crawl. But by any means, keep moving forward. Let's go, let's finish. 13 miles completed, only 2 more to go. And the lesson is that we're finishing another year. 2025 is about to end. We're heading up to 2026. And I want you to make sure that you write down your goals. Okay? You gotta have clear goals to achieve things in life, great things in life. So take a moment to breathe, to think about your goals, to think about what you want to accomplish this 2026 in a peaceful environment. Think about it, write them down, because when you have goals, you know where you're going. And when you know where you're going, you go all in. And when you go all in, you achieve success. So let's go, let's keep going. Write down your goals. 2026, let's go strong. Come on. 14 miles completed, only 1 more to go. And the lesson is something, it's based on a question they asked me a couple of weeks ago. They asked me, who's your hero? And I didn't even think about it. And I said, Jesus. Jesus is my hero. Why? Because He saved me. And He saves me every single day. Because He gives me strength. Because He makes me strong. Because with Him, I can do everything I set my mind to. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Because I wanna be like Him. And I'm saying this not from a religious perspective, but because He represents, He's the perfect expression of the potential we all have as human beings. For me, He was the most complete human being in history. And God lives here within us. So every day I follow His example. I try to be like Him. I try my best to do things His way. The way He will do it. The way, because He's alive, He's the way, He's the truth. I try to be like Him every day. I follow His example. I follow His steps. Because Jesus is Lord and Savior. Let's go. Let's keep going. We made it. Completed. There's Whole Foods right there. 15 miles, my first half marathon. I think it's more than a half a marathon, but we made it. We're here. It took me, you're gonna see the time here, I think like 2 hours and 20. And yeah, that's it. The last lesson of the video is that the hardest mile is definitely the first one. Because when you're comfortable in your bed, it's 5:30 a.m. in the morning, and you feel like sleeping a little bit more, that's when the real mindset takes place, you know what I mean? So the first mile is always the hardest one, because most of the people don't even start, don't even get to the first mile, because they don't wake up from bed. But as soon as you get the first mile done, the rest is a piece of cake. You just gotta keep going, keep running. So definitely the first mile is the hardest one. That's why you gotta be able to control your mind, you know, take responsibility, accountability for yourself, step up, put in the work, and you're gonna be able to achieve and accomplish whatever you want this 2026. And then to finish, I want to thank you for being here in the spirit, for being here in this video. If you like it, you know, thumbs up, subscribe, share it to all your friends, all your family. Get ready for this 2026, and always remember, anything is possible if you set your mind to it, if you put in the work. Well, to finish, I want to thank God. I want to thank my family. I want to thank my school. I want to thank my Jiu-Jitsu Academy, Gracie Jiu-Jitsu. I want to thank Chick-fil-A, my job. I want to thank Iglesia Dios Viviente, the school where I give PE classes. And last but not least, I want to thank myself for this beautiful year 2025, for this half marathon that we just completed, and for the new year 2026 that is coming up. And it's gonna be beautiful, wonderful, full of blessings for me, for my family, and for all of you. I love you guys. Thank you so much. God bless you, and let's keep going.